Okay, we go down to Canberra to meet a zookeeper. They'll tell us the best and worst parts of their job. Lots of poo, guys. Ew.
Okay, I've been asked by the Get Clever team to come in and observe Jackie and Vache as they perform and to then take notes and see what they're doing and how we can help.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
Welcome to Get Clever. On today's show, we have stories coming at you from all over Australia.
I'm Dr. Louise Marler, and I work with people in their face-to-face communication, in their voice and their body language. It's not really a job, it's a calling. I can't stop doing it. I love helping people realise how they're coming across. And so, you know, if I didn't get asked to speak at conferences or asked to coach, I'd be out there on the street pulling people off the street. I can't stop doing it. I love it. So when someone comes in and I start to analyse them, I'm going to be looking at their mouth and how that moves, their facial expressions, their eyes, and how they use their eyes, which direction they're going, their hands and how they're gesturing, and how they actually move their body in space. These skills are for everybody, and I would love to see these skills with children so that children are learning them and becoming aware of them. You know, it's one of the most common feedbacks that I get is people say to me, I wish I'd done this 25 years ago. And if we could learn them as children, then we would be aware as we go through life and it would be so much easier. I think smiles are the critical thing, whether people have a real smile or a false smile. A false smile is when only part of the smile happens, as opposed to a real smile, which involves eyes and mouth. When people are disinterested or they roll their eyes, and when larger kids are going to bully you and come over and make themselves bigger, you know, these are obvious body languages that you can watch and be aware of.
All that and more. Gotcha.
Yeah. That was so good. I actually can't believe that you got all of that.
I know.
Yeah. Just gave me the script. Well done.
The coolest thing about my job is helping people realise what they're doing, realise how they could be doing it better, and then seeing the results.
Plus, a cool maths trick that will spin your friends out and cute koalas.
Forgot the line.
So close.
A lot of people have performance anxiety. They get very stressed in front of cameras, in front of other people, any group basically. And to have that go, to help people realise it's curable and then to cure it. I mean, how rewarding is that?
Hello, Year 4. My name's Aiden and I'm going to tell you a bit about soccer.
How do you feel when you have to make a speech in front of your whole class?
My heart beats really fast and then I kind of start to cry. Well, I sort of like giving speeches.
I get nervous of speaking in front of everyone.
I don't feel safe. Sometimes you just don't know what to say.
Or when you have to sing, dance or play an instrument in front of the whole school. Do you get nervous?
Nervous
And
I have a bit of stage fright, so I sometimes get nervous. I'm afraid right now.
Do you start to sweat?
Sometimes when it's like one in front of lots of people, I just freak out and I just don't talk and I'm just like,
Does your voice shake?
I just feel like something's like wrong and I just like get a bit shaky. My body shakes sometimes when I give speeches. I kind of feel shaky and
well, sometimes I kind of jiggle my legs around and I can't really stand on my feet anymore.
I shake a lot and like I feel like I'm gonna pee my pants.
Does your stomach turn to knots?
Mine does not sometimes. I just get goosebumps all over me.
I think I don't know.
I'm going to tell you about AFL. My favourite thing...
Did you know that warming up your voice before making a speech is just like warming up before playing sport?
Yeah, maybe if someone taught me warm-ups before a speech, I could actually maybe do better at it, and maybe it would help me.
Give it a go.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Yeah.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Well done, bravo.
I forgot to introduce you. This is Nick and Rebecca. They work at the theatre. Sorry to
Hi guys.
not introduce. This is Jackie and Vache. They're our presenters.
Hello.
Lovely.
Let's do it. Let's keep that buzz. Let's keep that energy.
So where do you want me to, from plus koalas?
Yeah, we'll do the last couple of lines.
When I first saw Louise, I thought she was definitely too pretty and made up to be just a cinema worker. So I was a bit, self-conscious. But I quickly forgot about her because my producer, got us onto some scripts, and straight away I had to put my mind to that task. So I forgot about that she was even there.
All that and more coming up today on Get Clever. But right now, I want to go check out these cool shipwrecks. So at this point, it seemed a bit normal. I was in my zone. I was there giving out my lines. I knew what I was saying. Lots of poo, guys. Ill.
I always wanted to be a zookeeper.
And then all of a sudden, they say stop.
I'm going to stop you there. Well done. That was very good. I have a surprise for you. I would like to introduce somebody who has been sneakily watching us.
And all of a sudden, Louise pops out.
Hi guys, I'm Louise, and I'm not actually from the theatre at all.
Hello.
I'm actually a doctor of business, and I study body language.
Who apparently has been observing us secretly where we were on set and taking down notes about what we were doing. That was a big shock. I'm not anxious at all. Let's go.
Oh, great, feeling very relaxed.
Oh my gosh, when Louise was like, hey, I'm a body language expert, I totally freaked out. I went all clammy and I went really into myself and thought, oh my gosh, what have I just done? Because she's been watching me for the last 40 minutes. I'm definitely trying to remember everything I've done now since I've walked in the rooms. And I thought, have I done anything silly? And all of a sudden I held my hands together. Now I don't know what to do with my hands. I didn't want to move. I didn't know where to look. It was really awkward.
Absolutely brilliant. I want to say what a great job you do and how fantastic you are at presenting. And eye contact the rest of the world would just die for.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Okay, so why do we want to do this? We did this because both Jackie and Vache are so fabulous and are very confident in front of a camera and a crowd. So we thought it would be really funny to get an expert in and tell them where they could potentially improve.
I'm thinking about what I'm doing as well, and every time my hand moves up, I'm now going to stop that. Because I feel like I've been judged by how I'm talking and how I'm acting and how I'm moving my hands. So back to my comfortable position. I was thinking, what was she writing down about me? Was I doing the wrong things? And at that moment, every hand gesture I was doing, the way I was standing, it was all wrong to me. And I didn't know what to do. I'm actually shaking a little bit. And I'm still actually sweating on both arms. I started to sweat so much that each of my underarms was just full of water. And that was a little bit disgusting.
Isn't that the interesting thing? It's like judgment and there's right and there's wrong, so I must be doing something wrong. But there isn't actually. I mean, you're absolutely brilliant. It's just, what could you be doing that may be a little bit better for you, a little bit better for the audience, and also help you remember what you're doing? Because there are some tricks that I think that would just make it so much easier to feel relaxed, engage, and remember the script. It'll really help you, I think.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're going to work it out. Because there are some tricks that I think that would just make it so much easier to feel relaxed, engage, and remember the script.
The producers of Get Clever have surprised Jackie and Vache with their very own personal body language coach. And so far, things are getting a little sticky.
Yeah.
I'm actually shaking a little bit, and I'm still actually sweating on both arms. All that and more coming up today on Get Clever.
Expert Louise has been watching their performance, and she now has some tips that will help improve their body language.
Okay, guys, so what did I see? You know what? I think it's really interesting in today's age that we think about men and women together and how we respond. And you know what I so often see is, Vache, is men who are powering up. So you're very strong in your legs beforehand. You're powering up, you're bouncing, you're really getting strong. Whereas women weaken themselves, Jackie. It's not just you. And we start to do a lot of hair acting, closing in the body. The legs are just, one leg is out. You're doing it now.
So when Louise first starts talking to us, I've lost all my confidence because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she's judging me or I've done something wrong. So I just let Vache take the floor and I just stood there as still as I could so I wouldn't make a mistake.
So what I want to work on is what you're doing with your gestures and how we could actually make those so that the hands fit with what you're doing. That's called congruent gestures. It's congruent with what you're saying. What you're saying makes sense with your hands. If you look at very good people like the ex-president of America, Obama, he used to stand always with asymmetric hands, always visible and free. So hands never go behind the back. If they go by your side, they can often fiddle and get out of control. So if we bring them together, again, we do a hand on wrist and it just gives you a relaxed position.
I'm bringing my hands back to me, back to that safe place.
Yep. Don't come back to that safe place because not only is that safe place in here, which is blocking you, it's a punch. I'm bringing it that safe place.
Right.
It is, absolutely.
Before today, I had a feeling that I was pretty okay with gesturing. I like using my hands a lot, but I'm really cutting the air every time I say things, and that's really aggressive.
The other thing you do with your gestures, Vache, is they're very repetitive, stress like this, out. And my absolute favourite I saw you before was Venus. And like it was like really pointed. Points are out. Don't point, don't jab, don't thrust.
So Louise is telling me that this is a no-go, that they need to be more warm, it needs to be more flexible, a bit more flowy. And for me, it's always something like finger guns. These are really cool. Funny. So I've definitely found out that this is something I've got to stop doing and a little bit more of this.
I have a bit of stage fright, so I sometimes get nervous.
I get nervous of speaking in front of everyone.
Hello, you four. My name's Aiden, and I'm gonna tell you a bit about soccer.
And I like playing with my mates and yeah.
For this next part at home, we want you all to stand up and try this.
So a warm-up exercise would often be with hands out, moving or above your head, freeing the rib cage, freeing all of this and breathing out. So as that air's coming out, I want you to go high, 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 high. Make notes, anything, just get the sound out. High, high, high.
Hi, 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 hi.
Yeah, great.
So in the warm-up, we had to do this high, high, high thing. And I had never felt like so much of a goose in my whole entire life. High,
Hi,
high,
hi,
high,
hi.
But yeah, definitely really awkward and really weird. But highly recommend.
You see, what we're doing here is we're having a warm-up. Nobody's watching you. You're in the toilet on your own or you're walking through a park. It doesn't matter. And this is how we say we tune up. So high, high, high.
That's not natural. I've never really put my arms up to do anything and say stuff. So it was weird, but it felt kind of good in the end.
High,
Hi, hi,
Ready?
hi, hi. It was 5-10 minutes of screaming out, going, hi, hi, hello. It was absolutely weird. Hi,
That goes in.
hi, 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 hi,
High, high, high.
But it felt absolutely great. You were getting all this energy out. It was a really good start to the day, a really good warm-up.
High.
Oh, I got it.
You got it. You got it.
But once I did get it and she was like, you've done it, I felt a difference, especially in the way the air and the voice came out of my mouth. It was like it was flowing out. It was awesome. Hi. Yeah.
You got it. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Now, also, do you see how the elbows come onto the body? That's part of holding the breath. So you've got to be really conscious of getting the elbows off the body. Good morning and welcome. If you're reaching out that way, it's easier. So let's go. Ready? Good morning.
And welcome to Get Clever.
So that's the position out there, yeah.
Okay.
Good morning and welcome to Let's Get Clever.
Good morning and welcome to Get Clever.
I loved it. Loved it.
Well done, Jackie. Well done.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Morning and welcome to Get Clever.
Yes, now don't shake it at us.
Oh.
Good morning and welcome to Get
hands
Clever.
out,
If
keep
anything, it continues to go, but not shaking. We want air that flows.
It's almost like a dance move.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Morning and welcome to Get Clever.
Okay, don't want any head movement. This is called the chook, and it actually strangles you. It's called the chook, and one of our prime ministers did that to communicate. Doesn't work.
It was pretty confronting hearing things about you that you weren't aware of. So the fact that you were gesturing in different ways or that your body language may give off different signals to other people, it was confronting to hear, but I think it was something that I found very informative because it meant that I could change things.
Yeah, head
Good
still.
morning and welcome to Get Clever.
Now I want you to be strong on the ground. Stamp the ground, connect with the earth. Getting the air flowing and continue to flow. So with the lips, ready, go. Now the arms guide the air, so use the arms. That's it, great.
Well, welcome to Get Clever. And today we are going all around Australia.
Fabulous! Fabulous! Yeah! That was really awesome. That was really awesome.
Power.
Stop fiddling with your hair.
Yeah, the warm-up definitely had a positive effect on me for my speech making, for sure, because I didn't even realise before that I was clenching in and my voice was going higher. I'm feeling a little bit more, not relaxed, but just ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Powered up.
Yeah, that's
brilliant. Great.
I've definitely felt more confident and powerful, and I totally believed what I was saying after.
Yeah. Now what I want is some power in your body. So what I'm going to do is get behind you and push you behind so that you have to push back against me to get powerful. Okay. This is where I'm going to push. Ready? Go.
Good morning and welcome to Get Clever.
Yes. Excellent. Great. How does that feel?
Very strong.
Very strong. Always when you're presenting on two legs with the knees bent, they're your shock absorber and you're keeping down, 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 down.
And that's a strong shape, that triangle shape that you make in your legs.
right.
So I can see that.
Let's hear it.
Good morning and welcome to Get Clever.
Yeah, great. Well done. Feels good.
Strong.
There's a grey area. We can gesture a lot when we're in a big space. We gesture less when we're in a smaller space. And the reason we do it is for two reasons. One is it communicates with people. It actually sends a message. The other thing is gesturing gives us a way of freeing ourselves, of moving, of not being static and stable and destroying our ability to communicate. So we just need to make sure that sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. It depends on where you are, but we need to do it.